One more difference between Windows and Linux and Unix when you're designing file profiles. It's actually a difference between the operating systems themselves. Unix and Linux will respect upper and lower case in file names. You can, on a Linux system, you can have a file called HAL and one called HAL, both in the same folder. They're two different files. But to Windows, that would be a conflict. Windows doesn't respect upper and lower case in its file naming convention. It doesn't want to know the difference. It gives you problems, and don't do that. Now, that's also the same with Filepro. If you're going to create a file in Filepro, you notice that some of these files here are uppercase, like lottery and lottery control. That is a fine file name on Unix, and if I had put their lottery with a capital L and little lowercase O-T-T-E-R-Y, that would be a completely different file profile. However, on Windows, that would be a conflict because Windows can't have upper and lower case. The all caps lottery and a leading uppercase L with all the rest lowercase would mix up Windows Filepro. So when you're writing, if you're on either platform and you want to be portable back and forth, let's say you're writing an application you want to work on both Windows and Linux, my suggestion is make it all lowercase. The convention is, most people follow this convention. If you're working on Linux and Unix, you do everything in lowercase. And if you do use upper and lower case, there's a specific reason for it. Sometimes you can see sometimes it's done here. On Linux and Unix, this will be supported and it works fine. On Windows, putting a capital N, a lowercase e, and so forth isn't going to function properly, either in the operating system or on Windows or in Filepro. So be careful about upper and lower case considerations. And adopt a convention that you stick with all the time, realizing that on Windows, upper and lower case, conflict. You want to stay in one or the other, and on Unix and Linux, you have no such problems. But still, adopt a convention that you stick with. You'll notice almost all these files are lowercase, but very, very few have this uppercase thing going for it. Okay, that's it.